And now, here's your guest host for the evening, Big Kenney!
ATL Live, how's everybody doing this evening? Oh man, thank y'all for having me here. My name is Big Kenney. If you're on social media, they call me Big Kenney, stellar talent of all things media. I am an actor. I'm an expert level improv artist. I'm a 25-year veteran headliner, stand-up comedian. I write for television, and I also have my own podcast, which means that I sell cocaine part-time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want anybody to think that that's true. I sell cocaine full-time. I ain't out here. And money's to be made at all times. And I can sell some cocaine to that band that was up here earlier. I know they need to slow down. Tell you something about my life philosophy. I'm a very accepting person. I don't care who you are. I believe that there's a redeeming quality about everybody because I believe that people, like life, can always be worse. So, for instance, racists. A lot of people hate racists. They're bad people and they have a bad philosophy, but they ain't pedophiles. I'm saying if I gotta choose between the two, you know what I mean? Think about this. You ever been in a conundrum like that? Hey man, I got 2 extra tickets to the Braves game. I could give them to Bob or I could give them to Phil. Man, Bob's a redneck racist. He'd kill you if he had the chance. Yeah, but Phil will hump your kids. Go on, give them to Bob, racist ass. And watch them little rednecks around Phil, Bob. I'm married. Yeah, that's pretty much how it feels right there. And a lot of people talk about marriage. I want to tell you something about marriage. All the negative stereotypes about marriage are true. Every single one of them. Because marriage is the hardest job in the world. I don't care what you do. For your regular job, it's not harder than marriage. People come up to me and go, hey man, I'm a first responder. And I'm like, that's cute. I mean, if that's what you want to do with your time, running up in the burning buildings and stuff, but it ain't harder than marriage. Buddy of mine said, hey, I'm a serviceman. I've been to war. Ooh. Aye, aye, sir. Pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Thank you for your service, but it ain't harder than marriage. I said, buddy, you could be a razor blade taste tester. That ain't harder than marriage. And you know what make marriage the hardest job in the world? It's every day. Every day. Ain't no paid time off. Ain't no 3-day weekends. If you're a dude, you don't really want nobody else working your shift. You see what I'm saying? Just every day wake up. Damn, you. Again. Looking at my wife like you don't want to be nobody else. We gonna go with this yourself shit every day. I was nervous before I got here, so I took an edible. And I realized that edibles have a 2-stage effect. I don't really care for them. They have a 2-stage effect. First stage of edibles is I want my money back. No, serious. I paid $25 for the cookie. I ate the whole cookie. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. I don't feel anything. We're going to go back, trash the dispensary, and get my money back. And the second stage of edibles is, bruh, these squirrels are following us. No, the one in the leather jacket keep whispering to the one with the baseball cap on. Yeah, I agree. That's a really nicely made leather jacket for it to be so tiny, but don't get distracted. You know what I mean? No, don't run toward the trees. It's more of them over there. I got hungry once on a trip back from doing comedy on the way back to Atlanta. And everything was closed. It was about 2 a.m. I was on the highway. And I got hungry and I started digging around in the car for something to eat. I found a bottled water and a white macadamia nut cookie. And I was about 1 bite away from finishing it before I realized it was another edible cookie. And so I went to the emergency room. And they made fun of me there. I was like, hey man, cause it's Atlanta. So the doctor was like, hey, what's up with you, shouted? What's wrong with you? I said, man, I think I'm having a heart attack. He said, no, bro, them just heart pop, your shit just beating fast. And so I don't think I can really do the edibles. Been watching a lot of TV with my wife. She's into the Investigation Discovery. Anybody watch that channel? The murder. Listen to women. What is it about murder that makes women entertained? Anything that's, my wife will be sitting there and then he stabbed her and dragged her into the woods where the animals devoured her bones. And she goes, turn that up. I'm like, there's a show that comes on called Snapped. Documents how a woman killed the hell out of her husband. And then when she get caught, she get like 18 hours community service, something like that. I ain't gonna lie, come on in my house, but when it come on in my house, my wife watch Snap, I watch her ass. Anything on the TV appeal to you too much, we are cutting it off. She said, "Ooh, baby, look at this, how intriguing. She mixed green Jello with antifreeze." I said, cut the TV off. Cut the TV off and don't bring no more gel products in my house. No Jello, no jelly, no Dr. Scholl gel inserts, none of that. I like that show, Wireless Police Chases. And I know this sounds silly, but every time I watch that show, I cheer for the dude to get away. And I know the dude not gonna get away because in television, for you to have your image shown on the screen, you have to sign what they call a release form. So I'm knowing the dude to sign this release form did not get away. But I still root for him, and everybody does it. No matter who you are, no matter where you from, everybody that watched that show scream at the TV. Black people, run, Pippin! They gave it on you, Playboy! You better pick up your pace, run! Hispanic people, vámonos ese! Rápido, hermano, muévete, muévete! White people, just pull over for God's sakes. He's got the lights on and everything. How could you endanger lives over an expired tag? Hey y'all, that's my time. I'm Big Kenny.